Hi you guys, it's Maddie. I am so excited to start my first YouTube video. A little bit about what my channel will be for the future, as this is my first video. Pre-vet things, so all things pre-vet. I'm pre-vet currently and just first gen applying to vet school. Nobody in my family has, so I just want to share some of the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, how the process works, how to find like the schools that will fit you academically. So today I want to kind of dive into looking at what schools require, what prerequisite classes, and kind of go from there. It's really nice to have a spreadsheet almost and look at what school requires what. This is really helpful when you're looking at scheduling your classes, especially when you're in the beginning of your undergrad, to kind of map them out because they are pretty hefty classes. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of today's video. If this is for you, then tune in. If you're just looking, maybe to see if pre-vet or going to veterinary school is kind of what you want to pursue and just kind of looking at what kind of classes you'll have to take, yeah, come right along. Everyone's welcome. We are looking to expand the veterinary field, get more people excited about it, get more people into it. So that's kind of my plan with this channel. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, you guys. So I found this really cool website early on in my pre-vet experience. It is called the VMSAR, short for Veterinary Medical School Admission Requirements. This website is super cool. It's all inclusive with every accredited veterinary school there is. So we're going to click on it and it's going to bring us in here. So once we get into the website, you're going to scroll down and you're going to want to register to view the veterinary school directory. You're going to want to say, I'm a student. You're going to enter in all of your information and then you will be brought to the next page. So once you are in, you get a page like this. This is super awesome. It literally has everything that you have. It has every single school. In here, you have on the left side a bunch of different filters that you can apply depending on, if you want to do school specifically in the United States, if you want to do international, if a GRE is required, if an interview is required. This is all super great depending on what your preferences are in a veterinary school. So we're just going to start. Obviously, we can go from the top here and we can do a Atlantic Veterinary College at Prince Edward Islands. This is a Canadian school. Once you open up one of these, it will give you all the information you need for this specific school. So on here you have really great, straightforward things if you're just looking for a simple yes and no's. You have the actual school website here, the email for reaching out to admissions or anything of that sort. And then down here, we have the school description, program specific, entrance requirements, admission. Like, this website is just amazing. So if you go down, you want to go to prerequisites for admission. So down here, it's going to give you kind of the summary of everything you need, and then kind of some miscellaneous things as well. This also sometimes will give you the actual GPA that they are looking for. With schools like this one, as I'm seeing here, it says Animal Biology 1, 2, and 3. This can be different, right? So like for me, I'm in the United States. My classes aren't labeled as Animal Biology 1. They're called General Biology 1, and then it's with a lab. So I would have specific questions regarding this. If that was the case, I would go up here and I would email this email here and just see if that is kosher, if that goes through, and whatnot. So if we go back, let's go down to Iowa State, okay? So Iowa State here, we have email, website. We can go down to prerequisites for admission. So down here is kind of lengthy. So when you actually open your VMCAS account, there's going to be a part where you manually enter in your courses that you took in undergrad at whatever institutions that you have gone to, whether that's a tech school, public university, private university. You'll put all of your stuff in, and then you are able to assign what classes go with what prerequisite, right? So if you have any questions about if it is the same if it would apply for it. What I have done actually is either call VMCAS themselves, which you have a customer service number right when you create a VMCAS account, or email. So down here for Iowa State, let's look. We have 7 credits of Gen Chem. This is 1 and 2 with lab, so a lot of institutions that is flush. OChem, only 4 required. So with this, you can do your OChem 1 or OChem 2. For me, my OChem 2 grades were better, so I was able to apply that class for this requirement. Biochemistry looks like just 1 semester class with that, no lab. Gen Bio, 8 required. So this is going to be your Gen Bio 1 and 2 if it includes labs. Or if you have like the individual labs, then you can have that also go with that. We have a genetics or animal breeding. So I had a genetics class. So this is your anatomy and physiology. This is, so if you have AP, you're able to do that. If you have AP credit from high school, which is amazing because I know a lot of high schools have that as a dual credit. At my university, we had animal physiology. So that is the class that I took. And granted, keep in mind, as an undergrad, I'm not going to an agricultural school. So it's been kind of hard to kind of find some of these niche classes that some schools require for prereqs, right? So that kind of has limited my admissions standards. So English and composition. So you can do this. You can do this for AP, oral communication. This can be your interpersonal AP classes or anything, or PSEO. And then your social science, humanities, these are just your electives and whatnot. So yeah, Iowa State is a pretty minimal school without taking super out there classes. You know, some schools require inorganic chemistry, or they require like animal breeding or classes like that are more niche to specific majors or specific universities. So I am really appealed to Iowa State for that. So on the sidebar here, I want to just acknowledge the VMCAS application, right? So this is your veterinary medical college application system. I think that's what it stands for. Anyway, this is essentially where you're going to do your application. This is where you put in all of your background experience, your essays, your letters of recommendation. All of these things is where you do it, and then you select the specific programs you want and apply through VMCAS. A lot of schools also have a supplemental application, which they will share with you on VMCAS if you select their program. I know Iowa State has a supplemental, Minnesota has a supplemental fee, and then Madison or University of Wisconsin has a supplemental. So that's just something to be aware of too. But when you're looking at this website, I would select VMCAS application because this is going to be your easiest way to apply to schools all in one site. But yeah, so this is one resource to look at when you're looking at all of these different schools, finding out which ones match with, what you want to do. And yeah, so this is a really great resource that I found for myself, and I know you guys will definitely spend hours on here. I know it has really great resources for pre-vet students. So yeah.